not here as a celebrity. I'm not here as a politician. I'm here as a mother. A mother who cares deeply about the world my children and all of our children live in. A world where we have the freedom to control our bodies.
Hello everyone, I'm Joseph Dinesh, a Catholic commentator from Sydney, Australia. In today's video, we will address two critical questions that American Catholics should consider about abortion before casting their vote in this presidential election. The first question they should consider is, are they fully aware of how extreme the Democratic Party's position on abortion has become? Second, can Catholics in good conscience support such a grave moral evil? The reason why I wanted to address this in this video was because the Democrats are framing abortion as a defining issue in this election, particularly to influence swing state voters. As shown in the introduction, even Beyoncé endorsed this stance at a Kamala Harris rally in Texas. So this video is to help Catholics recognize what's truly at stake. So let's look at the first clip where several Democrat politicians express their extreme position on abortion with unwavering confidence. Let's listen.
Any restrictions on abortion?
I don't. I've always believed...
Even in the third trimester?
Do you think there should be any limitation on abortions?
No, I do not.
Up till now, my understanding is there wasn't a limit on when in a pregnancy a woman could receive an abortion. Have you set any limit on
There are no limits.
Is there a cutoff for you before that point?
No, to me, it's a reproductive, it's a healthcare decision. It's up to women to make that decision.
Where it's obvious that a woman is about to give birth. She has physical signs of that she is about to give a birth. Would that still be a point at which she could request an abortion if she was so certified?
My bill would allow that, yes.
Virginia's governor says he has no regrets on his comments earlier this week defending abortion, even as a baby is being born.
If a mother is in labor, I can tell you exactly what would happen. The infant would be delivered. The infant would be kept comfortable. The infant would be resuscitated if that's what the mother and the family desired. And then a discussion would ensue between the physicians and the mothers.
Are you for what he said, or late-term abortion, or the moments that he was talking about where you would keep a woman comfortable after she was giving birth in case she wanted to abort her third-term child?
I don't know all his comments, but what I do know is that I am for women having the right to make a choice about her own body.
This clip reveals the full extent of their stance, which has far-reaching implications. First, they believe abortion should be allowed even into the third trimester, a stage when medical research indicates the baby can feel pain. Although such late-term abortions are currently restricted or illegal in most states, if this group gains political influence, they will likely advocate expanding access, thereby normalizing these procedures. Second, they support allowing a woman to choose abortion even during labor, giving her the option to terminate pregnancy right up until the moment of birth. This means that if a woman, in the process of delivering, decides not to continue with the birth, the law would allow her to end it. Third and most extreme, they support ending the life of a baby born alive after a failed abortion attempt. This goes beyond the traditional understanding of abortion and moves into territory resembling infanticide, challenging the fundamental belief in the sanctity of life. These policies raise serious moral and ethical questions about how society values human life at its most vulnerable stages. Now, I understand many who support legal abortions are primarily focused on first trimester cases. However, the Democratic stance often extends well beyond this. Considering the seriousness of this issue, can Catholics in good conscience vote for a party that endorses it? Bishop Barron explores these questions further in the upcoming video.
So I'll make this very blunt and specific. I would say to Catholics especially who are supporting the right to abortion, okay, are you willing to support this born alive legislation as a first step? That's all I'm asking. Are you willing to say, yes, we should protect the lives of a child that survived an abortion procedure? If you're not, again, I don't know exactly what the point or purpose of the dialogue would be. And I think that's why, to some degree, we've come to an impasse on this matter. What are you willing to give? What are you willing to accept? I propose that protecting the life of a child who survived an abortion procedure as at least a first step.
As Bishop Barron explains, the Catholic Church and its representatives have been open to a dialogue on abortion, provided that politicians agree to certain legislative restrictions. However, the extreme stance of some politicians who support ending the life of a baby born alive after a failed abortion makes it nearly impossible for Catholics to engage in any meaningful dialogue. Such a position lacks the moral foundation necessary for constructive discussion or compromise. It's like trying to have a conversation with someone who believes theft is morally acceptable in any situation. So no matter how much you discuss security or justice, you can't reach common ground because there is a fundamental disagreement on what is right or wrong. Similarly, when certain politicians support ending the life of a newborn after a failed abortion, it erases any moral common ground. Considering all of this, Bishop Barron urges Catholics who strongly advocate for abortion rights to take a fundamental first step: oppose any legislation that would permit the killing of a child born alive after a failed abortion. He calls on them to recognize this critical point as a fundamental matter of human dignity and morality. As St. Pope John Paul II wrote in Evangelium Vitae, human life is sacred and inviolable at every stage and in every situation. Consequentially, nothing and no one can in any way permit the killing of an innocent human being, whether a fetus or an embryo, an infant or an adult, an elderly person or someone suffering from an incurable disease, or a person who is dying. Furthermore, no one is permitted to ask for this act of killing, either for themselves or for another person entrusted to their care. In conclusion, I would like to echo the words of one of America's greatest presidents, Ronald Reagan, who once said, "I have noticed that everyone who is for abortion has already been born."